All right, what's going on, everybody? It is your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, it is Tuesday. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody out there. Hopefully, all of you guys enjoyed your time with your family and everything. Hopefully, everybody had a good time celebrating the holidays and everything. We have been gone for a little bit. I've been dealing with sickness. It's that time of the year. Flu just gets to everybody. And also, we do, it was the holidays, so spending time with the family as much as I could, as safe as I could. But it is good to be back, and we have a lot to catch up on. First things first, though, I do want to send my condolences to Damar Hamlin, the safety from the Buffalo Bills, which everybody knows by now is just a tragic thing that just happened yesterday. Um, the man literally had a cardiac arrest yesterday during the game, and it was very. We all know football's a very violent game. We all know football can get to a point where you just don't know. You just don't know how it's going to go. You don't know how injuries happen. You don't know when they're going to happen. But it should never be to a point where somebody has a heart attack during a game, and should never come down to that. And I hope that he gets better soon. My prayers are with him, his family, to get better. And there's nothing more to say. There's nothing more I can say that hasn't already been said. Just my thoughts and prayers to him. I hope he recovers, and I hope he, just makes it, pulls through, and just continues to have the life that he does deserve. So my thoughts and prayers are with his family at this time. But as always, it's Tuesday. It's the Silver and Bro show. My brother's not going to be in attendance today. He is on his way to Texas for my nephew. He is graduating boot camp, so from the Air Force, believe it or not. So I'm very proud of him. So it'll just be a solo show today, but I do want to thank everybody that's going to tune in today and that is ready to watch how this is all going to unfold. So let's get down to this whole thing of what is going to happen, what has been happening within the Raider Nation. So it's no secret, Carr got benched after 9 years of service. Josh McDaniels and I guess the coaching staff have decided to look at other players to see how everything has gone. And Sunday was his first game as the full-time starter. For the people that don't know, his name is Jarrett Stidham. This was his first game as a full-time starter. And he did as well as you could hope for as a Raider fan. Um, there's nothing more to say other than he tried. It's just, again, the defense, they couldn't hold again. It happens. And to think that the Raiders had a chance to win that game on Sunday, and unfortunately, late interception cost the team the game. And overall, it was a good game, good performance on both teams, on both sides, and everything. I really want to get into it because this Sunday, being at the game, watching the game, hearing the game, it's caught my attention that for the past 5 years, a little bit longer maybe, there have been two sets of fans: Raider fans and Derek Carr fans. I want people to understand this first. I am a Raider fan first. Raider fan first. No player comes before the shield. But after talking to some fans and after talking and listening to people on Raider Nation Radio, hearing people, sports journalists, people that cover the Raiders, and people that do stuff like I do, it's very intimate where people's loyalty lie. I want people to understand this. No player comes before the shield. I've seen a lot of players come to this organization. I've seen a lot of players leave this organization. There is nobody, I mean, nobody that comes before the Raiders Shield. No player, nobody. Ask Marcus Allen, ask Tim Brown, ask Charles Woodson, ask Stephen Wisniewski, ask anybody that ever played for the Raiders. They will always tell you the Shield comes before the player. But it was very intimate that some people are treating Carr like we crucified him. We are killed him. How dare we benched him? How dare we do this to him? How dare he become the scapegoat? The man gave us 9 years, going on 10. Out of those, 2 winning seasons, 1 800 record, 6 losing seasons. Do you think maybe it's possible that we did this benching because eventually, after 9 years, enough's enough, and maybe both sides just need a fresh start? But how some of you are acting, how some Raider fans I know are acting, they're acting like we crucified him or killed him. We benched the second coming of Joe Montana, Tom Brady. We're giving him the Peyton Manning treatment when he had 2 neck surgeries and we ran him out of town. We didn't do any of that. I have 15 games to go back, and when 3/4 of those games I can look at and say, man, that offense sucked. The team sucked. And I get it. People are going to probably see this and be like, well, the defense has to hold them. So do you expect the defense to hold everybody? So the defense has to hold everybody? Well, what about the fact that in the 5 blown games that we've lost double-digit leads, 4 out of those 5, we couldn't even muster more than 3 points in the second half. But that's the defense's fault too, right? The team sucks, and I can admit this. But for people out there acting like Carr was so mistreated, he got 9 years, almost 10. The man has a losing record as a starter. And yet we gave him a raise where if we keep him, he'll be the 5th highest paid quarterback in the league. Do you think general managers around the league are saying he is worth top 5 money? No. He's only had 2 solid years. And both of those times were because he was on this last year of his contract and they had to re-sign him. I get it. Family's family. Their family's defending him. And I'm going to get to them later. I'm going to get to David later. I'm going to get to the whole Carr family later. Because on Monday, David opened up how he really felt about the organization. I'm going to get to him in a little bit because there's some things I do want to say. And I even wrote something for the whole Carr family. And it just kills me. But I want to. Thank you, Brandon. Yes, Derek. Exactly. They're Raider fans, and then there's Derek Carr fans. Derek Carr fans, when he leaves, please go with him. I'm a Raider fan first. I'm going to cheer for Jarrett Stidham. I'm going to cheer for Jarrett Stidham like I've cheered for Jason Campbell, Rich Gannon, Carson Palmer, Marcus Toyososopo, Derek Carr, Kerry Collins, Bruce Gradkowski, Jamarcus Russell, because they're Raider players. I'm not a fan of the player. I'm a fan of the team. I'm going to cheer hard for Mac Hollins like I did for Tim Brown, like I did for Joey Porter. But we'll get to that later. On Sunday, the Raiders play the 49ers, and man, what a game. I can tell you, living in Vegas was very pissed at the game itself because The Raiders were underdogs by 10 points, and they covered that. They covered it. Um, Vegas lost a lot of money on that game. There was a lot of tickets burning. There was a lot of tickets. Uh, a lot of people that probably did take the points and they succeeded, and Vegas lost a lot of money on that game. But what can I say? What can I say? That offense did everything they could against the number one defense in the NFL. And I losing sucks. Nobody likes to lose, but I was very genuinely happy on how the offense performed. Yes, there was a couple things that they needed to clean up, but it was very refreshing to know that the Raiders offense did everything they could against that San Francisco 49er defense, and they did amazing. Now, the defense, on the other hand, God, it was bad. It was rough. It was rough for everybody. Tyler Hall had a good game. Max Crosby did a couple tackles behind the line of scrimmage. There was a couple pressures. But, overall, the defense just underperformed again. And granted, it's going to happen when you lose Chandler Jones, when you lose Denzel Perryman. I think at one point, the announcer even said that the Raiders are just down to 3 linebackers. They have no depth at that linebacker position, so something has to give. This draft, something has to give. And I hope Dave Ziegler is really understanding now the importance of depth at that position. Everybody wants to keep talking about the linebacker as such a dead position. It's not. There's no such thing as dead positions in the NFL. You need solid depth everywhere. Offense, defense, special teams. You need depth everywhere, or else you're not going to be able to compete very far. You're not going to go very far. For fans, this is what hurt me the most. And like I said, I was at that game. What hurt me the most was there was Raider fans cheering that this team failed because a certain somebody got benched and they failed. And they were cheering with the 49er fans because they lost. If you're one of those fans that only cares for Derek Carr, please, by the end of this season, wherever he goes, when he's done packing up his shit, pack up your shit too and get the fuck out of this game. Get the fuck away from my team. If you're just a Derek Carr fan, please get the fuck out of my franchise. Like I tell people all the time, I'm a Raider fan first. I'm not a player person first. Never was, never will be. Raider fan first. And some of you motherfuckers disgust me. The fact that this team lost and you were cheering because your guy got benched. Boo freaking who. Overall, I was very impressed with how the team performed. Just wasn't enough. And unfortunately, they are now officially eliminated from the playoffs. All we can do now is just play spoiler for Kansas City this upcoming week. But overall, I want to give a couple shout outs to, basically my 3 stars of the game. Offensively, Devontae Adams. Wow. Beating also Devontae Adams now is the single season holder for most receiving yards in a single season in Raider history with 1,400. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. And I could not have been any more happier for him. And this is why we brought him in. And he's worth the first and second that we gave up this year. In the draft that just passed in April, I was very impressed with him. And God bless him for still playing his heart out, even though his boy got benched, and he still played his heart out with a quarterback that he doesn't even know who he probably is. Probably just met him for the first time. He's known him since training camp. It is what it is. Defensively, I'm going to go with Tyler Hall. Number 37. Um, Realistically, since Rock Sin went down, it's evident that we miss Rock Sin. Um, Tyler Hall has been performing very well. Two pass breakups, our best graded defender. I think this dude deserves a shot to maybe come back with the team on another contract because this guy is just playing his heart out. I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of how he's been playing, and I hope it only continues from here for him. So, kudos to him and special teams. It's Daniel Carlson. The man, the man kept us in all game. Didn't miss any extra points. Didn't miss any field goals. The man kept us in. The man is probably one of the best kickers in the league, at least top 10. I'm even as unbiased as I can be, probably even top 5. His numbers these last 2 years have just been amazing, just simply amazing. And I'm very happy the way he performed, and I'm very proud of how this team performed on Sunday. Yes, it sucked. The loss sucked, but it just felt nice to be competitive against a team that was a Super Bowl hopeful. Now we move to Saturday, as the league has already confirmed. As of right now, there is no changes to this schedule. The game is still going to be played on Saturday. No changes, no nothing. He will be there Saturday, 1:30 in the afternoon. They got the home finale, season finale against the Kansas City Chiefs. Last time they played, they lost to them 30-29. It was such a good game on Monday night. All that weeks ago. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Week 4, I believe. And oh my God, we're now on week 18. That's how fast the season goes. But I cannot wait to see this game unfold on Saturday. Now, as I mentioned, the Raiders got nothing to play for other than being spoilers. Nothing crazy. They're just gonna either give them a hard time or lose and they get a better draft pick. There's really nothing to it. The only thing I'm looking for now in this game is see who has heart to finish out the year. Josh Jacobs has already said that he just wants to see how this goes because he's going to enjoy this week and he's going to enjoy it with his teammates because he knows the business side of it. Some of them are not coming back. He might not even be back because he is technically after this game, he is a free agent. So he's going to enjoy the week and we're going to see how this goes. But I'm very, the only thing I'm looking for in this game, and the only thing the Chiefs are playing for at this point is home field advantage throughout the whole playoffs. So I guess at the end of the day, what I'm saying is for the Raiders, I just want to see who's going to play, who's in, who's out. Enjoy. We'll see what happens. We'll go from there, and then that's it. We'll see who performs, and we'll see who comes back. I think if I were to look at it offensively, I want to see how this offensive line does again because 0 sacks last week given up. A very good performance by the offensive line. 0 sacks and everything, and I thought it was amazing. So I want to see how this offensive line performs again, and we'll see where the changes are made defensively. Max, I know, is coming back, but I want to see the other 10. I want to see the other players perform. I want to see the other ones continue to make progress and everything. I want to see who really wants to be back next year because next year is going to determine a lot of things on how some things go. And special teams, just keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing. Daniel Carlson, keep doing your thing. AJ Cole, keep doing your thing. Overall, the only thing I'm looking forward to in this game, this Saturday coming up, is seeing the players, how they respond to a game that has no meaning. They're not getting in the playoffs. They can only play spoiler. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see how the players handle this, knowing that this is their last game of the year. and who shows up and who doesn't. That's my take on it. Lastly, I do want to get into it before I do clock out today. If people already saw it, you know, prior to the Monday Night Football game, David Carr was on the NFL Network and he said his piece. Um, about the organization, feeling like, he's family and I get it. You have to defend him, but trashing an organization because we gave your brother 9 years, we financially set him up for generational wealth. We gave him 9 years to be an NFL quarterback. We gave him 9 years to ride the ship. And now that it's over, you're upset because the Raiders made a franchise decision to move forward in a new direction. Like that, like your brother's the first one that's ever happened to. Right. Okay. Um, I think that was low on David's part. I think that was very low on his part, knowing the fact that we gave his brother everything we could, every chances, every opportunity. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but he didn't have to go that far of calling out the Raiders because if I remember correctly, almost a year ago he was praising the Raiders because they hired a head coach that the offense was super quarterback friendly and that Derek should be able to excel, and it didn't work out. Didn't work out. That sucks. That sucks. Because I was hoping it would work out. I always hope for the best that it always works out, but it didn't. And now we're in a situation now where you have. It's very funny because in the offseason, everybody was saying that Derek Carr was the worst quarterback in that division. And now that we bench the worst quarterback, all of a sudden the Raiders are the bad guys. I don't know. Media is weird like that sometimes. I don't know what to say. But my concern is not about anybody else other than what David said. Blaming the Raiders because they made a decision. And we're calling out your brother because he said that he was going to, if he's not the quarterback of the Raiders, that he wants to retire. And I get it. You say things that to stay face and everything. But whatever. It's really whatever at this point. And, I guess I'm nobody. I'm a nobody compared to David. I'm a nobody compared to Derek. I'm a nobody because they played in the NFL. My thing is I'm a Raider fan, and I don't like the fact that you came at our franchise because you're upset that we benched your brother. And by the way, your brother's a little bitch for asking to leave. Matt Ryan got demoted to third string. He's still there. Marcus Mariota wants to be there, but he had a newborn and surgery, so he can no longer be there. He's not the first quarterback to get benched. There's a lot that happened. But the fact that your brother decided to take his ball and go home, um, this video might not even get played. And you might not ever see it, David, or Darren, Mr. Carr, Mrs. Carr, Heather. Um, I'm just going to be honest with you. Your son, your brother, he a bitch. David, you're a bitch for being upset at the Raiders for making a decision. Your son ain't shit. Your nephew ain't shit. Your uncle ain't shit. Your daddy ain't shit. 9 years and you want to throw it down the toilet by talking shit about us? Well, fine. two can play that game. Because I've been a Raider fan longer than your brother has been the quarterback for the Raiders. So I could say it here because I'm a nobody. And this might not even get to you, but I hope it does. To know and for you to hear from somebody that is passionate about this team, that loves this team, and have rooted for your brother for 9 years, and all of a sudden you're upset, use a bitch. Use a bitch. You want to. So, yesterday was your goodbye to the Raider Nation. Your brother has already said his goodbyes. Well, on behalf of myself, on my end of the Raider Nation, I wrote you a little. I wrote you, your brothers, a little goodbye letter. Seeing that you guys like to talk a bunch of shit now that your brother is not the quarterback anymore. So I wrote you guys a little letter. It takes 3 of you crybabies to get with one of me. Now I'm running up in you Baker hose with no Vaseline. You were the big fish in Fresno, but I saw 148 dramas that embarrasses your mama. Derek, you can take your 4W fingers and stick it up your brother's Darren's ass and lick it. David Carr is a thing of the past. Breaking his own teeth with a hard nut. Time for you to get on your knees and put these 2 nuts I have to break your jaw for your sequel. You're the king of the picks, the queens of Bakersfield, king of money thieves. Now, like your religion, get down on your knees and start to suckin'. Fuck your feelings. Fuck what you're going through. It's Raider Nation, bitch. The shield before any player. So what you want to do, David and Darren, now that your little bro is parked like a used car? You say the Raiders have changed. We're changing for a brighter future. And Derek, like LA weather, the only thing left for me to do is see if I can play quarterback with Heather to direct myself into that fine ass end zone. Good luck in your future, bitch. I want everybody to thank you for tuning in today. Have a good night. I will see you all next Tuesday for the season finale of the Silver and Bro Show. I hope this gets to you, David. I hope it does. Tell Heather I said hi.